Hey, what's going on, fellow treasure hunters? I'm excited to say that my app, Finders Keepers, is finally on the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. And let me tell you, it is the perfect tool to help track exactly where you're hunting. Whether it's a field, a park, a beach, cellar hole, in the woods, someone's yard, it's a perfect way to track your steps and to make sure that you're making the best out of each hunt. Two, it's the best way to log all of your finds. We say we do this a lot for the historical point of view. I don't think most of us properly log all of our finds and where they're at and keep track of it. So this is a perfect way to do it. Or just, if you personally want to keep track of all your finds and be able to go straight to your list and say, okay, all my coins this year, where were they? Which ones? Oh yeah, the Real was here, the large shrimp was there. This is a perfect way to do it. So let me get straight into it. I want to make this as quick as possible. I don't want to waste any of your time, okay? So let me pull up the app on my phone and I'll start screen recording now. Okay, so I'm screen recording. Now if you look at this, there's a small target on the right-hand side. You can center yourself onto where you're at currently. I don't want to do that right now. I want to show you what I did previously today at a park because I was just testing it out. Now, as you can see, I started here on the left-hand side and I walked around the park a little bit. It followed me to a T. The way you do that is if you look at the bottom here, you have an option of line color. So you want to choose that first. I hunted with pink this time. Say next time I go back to the park, I want to make sure that it's a different hunt. You can pick red, you can pick blue, pink, yellow, green, etc. So you pick the next color that you want to do. Then after that, when you're ready to hunt, you just hit start and then walk as you go. You can close the app, you can keep it in your pocket, you can walk with it. Boom, that's it. And then when you're done, you hit the finish and you're done. And it tracks your entire footsteps as you go through. Let me show you what it looks like in real time. Right here, I did a screen recording while I was out in the park. Now, if you see, you can even see that it's tracking the arrow's going like this. Because I was swinging the coil, that's pretty how accurate it is. Now, sometimes your phone loses GPS signal and it will jump around just a little bit, but in the most part, it's very accurate. So you can see, okay, I went into this corner, maybe I should try a separate corner. Or, hey, I found a bunch of stuff in this corner, let's keep doing that, let's grid it and let's track it so we can see how we gridded it, right? So that's the perfect way to efficiently hunt any permission that you have. Now the best part about it is you can also log your finds. And what I find is a lot of us do it for the historical value of our finds, right? We find 200-year-old coins, or even if you're in the UK, thousands-of-year-old coins, but we don't really document it, right? We maybe put it into a sleeve, we put the notes down. This is a perfect way to log all of those finds and have them all right in the same list so you can go back and reference everywhere you found them and all the things that you found. So let me show you how you do that. As you can see here on my screen, I did mark one for my earlier. It was just a dime. I can reference to it. Category, dime. Gives you the coordinates to that dime if you want to go back and research the area. You can take a picture, you can put notes or whatever it may be. Now you do that by hitting this button in the bottom right hand corner. Now when you hit that button, the log will show up where you're standing. But say you left a field and you forgot to mark something like this. Now on my previous hunt, I can go back to that field, say I found something right here. I will touch the screen right where I think I found it, the approximate area, and then you can hit add find log. And the perfect part about that is you can use a category of none. Say it's something random, you just want to mark it, whatever it may be. I also have coin. You have relic. You have homestead. For your fossil hunters out there, say you're in a creek bed and you're trying to keep track of where you're finding the most fossils, you have fossils. Native American hunters, arrowheads, really any kind of ancient tool, anything along those lines, you can do that. Shark tooth hunters, I know it's a little harder because you're diving most of the time, but if you want to mark where you found, Boom, you have a tag for that. You can go back and mark where you found those. Bottle hunters, of course. If you see a bottle in the middle of a field, might be a trash pit, mark it. You can go back and research it afterwards. I put a shed one in there for fun, and for my fellow mushroom hunters and morel hunters, I put a mushroom tag as well. There's more to come. If you want to see more, you can just suggest them to me and I can add them as we go. But then you can also choose the marker background, red, yellow, pink, whatever it may be. Let's name this one test for video, right? If I can spell. So there we go. We can hit photos. You can look, if you already took a picture of it and you're going back in time, you can add it, or you can go straight to your camera, okay? So we can go to gallery for right now. You can see my groceries, you can see my soup, but let's just add a random one in here and we'll say of the app. Perfect. Testing it in there. You can add notes. 1969, 1968 dime, or whatever it may be, right? So, and what I say you could also do, hit 26 on Equinox Park 2. Perfect. See, so now you can go back and say, okay, all my dimes 1968 hit 26 in Park 2, sensitivity, whatever. It's really up to you, but whatever helps you. So then you hit save, and as you can see on the screen, morel right there, you know exactly where you found it and the color that you found it. Perfect. It's the easiest way to log all of your finds. Now, how do you go back and reference your finds? You click finds in the middle. You can do all, right? You can look at your potential permissions, your beautiful house permission, test, mushroom, morel, test. These are all the ones that I've been testing as we've gone through. It goes by picture, the easiest I would say. You can go back, all my coins, test, coin, relic, test, dime, coin, homesteads, all my permissions that I mark. It's another thing, I mark all the permissions. I'm gonna start marking all my permissions. I have the yellow tag for a potential, green for if I got it, and red if they said no. So I'm marking all my permissions that way. Fossils, sharks, you can just reference to all of them. So all in all, right now, it's a very simple tool, but it's so easy to make your life a little bit better when it comes to tracking where you're hunting and tracking what you found. I think it's an awesome tool. I'm so proud that I was able to work and get this on the market. And I think for the treasure hunting community in general, not just metal detecting, but you saw that there's other options out there, that it's gonna help us tremendously. And hopefully in the future I add a lot to it, because I'm continually working on that. So if you have any suggestions, please reach out to me. Let me know. I'm on Facebook. You can comment below, you can like, you can email me, whatever it may be. But I'm super pumped for this, and I hope this helped out just a little bit. Like I said, super simple. If you have suggestions, let me know, and I appreciate anybody who downloads and leaves me a review. That would be great. All right, let me know if you have any questions, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye.